Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. If you've never been here before, well, welcome. Come in. Shut the door. It's a draft. It costs money. So, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about scams. I love a good scam. You know what I mean? A good scam's a good scam. You can't hate the player. It's an irregulated game, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Whoa, learn how to fucking play is what you're gonna do. So let me drop some bombs of knowledge on you folks in this video, and maybe you'll walk away a little bit smarter than you were before. Maybe. We don't know. Let's see. Gabagool. Oh, what? Let's jump right in it. Hey, so guys, what is a pump and dump? What is a pump and dump? Well, it's a good thing. I'm glad you asked. What is a pump and dump? Pump and dump is a form of securities fraud that involves artificially inflating the price of an owned stock through false and misleading positive statements in order to sell the cheaply purchased stock at a higher price. Now, that is in stock. Relate that over into a coin, crypto. Now, I have defined 4 different kinds of the pump and dump. Now, I'm going to be talking about the pump and dump, but I'm also going to be talking about something I dub the dump and pump, and also just general manipulation. So pump and dump and pump, overall manipulation. So strap in, kids. Let's do this thing. Jumping right in. So the 4 different kinds of pump and dump that I have dubbed. You got the ICO to exchange drop, just a brand new spanking coin, hopping on an exchange. Number two, the new coin listing. Now, this is a coin that is already in existence that is being listed on a new exchange, another exchange, like a Coinbase, a Binance. You got some of those Asian markets like an Upbit. I'll show you a perfect example of what happened when 1inch was listed on that. You got the sideways out of the blue pump and dump, which is just you're going along, just regular price action, nothing out of the ordinary, and then you got a boom, right up, and right back down, just up and down. You're talking like 10,000%, just crazy. And in the same light, reverse would be a dump and pump. Down and then back up instantaneously. Instant transmission. Instant. Anyway, number 4, the social media or influencer pump. Take Elon Musk, for example, and tweets about Shiba Inu. Oh, and then it pops 300%, 500%. Or you got some of these YouTubers that are saying, hey, about this whatever bumblefuck coin. Anyone, if you ever hear somebody, coming at you like this, like, if you missed out on Shiba Inu, the 500 million% gains, well, I've got something for you. It's a brown bag full of dog shit, but not any dog shit. It is gold-plated, fantastic, platinum. Palladium. That's above platinum, all right? That's palladium. Most people don't even know what that is. But it's up there. Look it up. Google it. Now, you can buy this bag, but, thinking you're going to get that fantastic gains, but when in fact you're just going to be left holding a bag of dog shit. So just be, everything in the space, take with a grain of salt. Take every single thing with a grain of salt. The most important thing to do when you enter this space is to educate yourself, to inform yourself. DYOR, do your own research. Don't just listen to any one person, any one outlet. It's just like news. You don't want to listen to just one source, right? You want to listen to multiple sources. You want to get multiple, people's opinions, because that's the thing, guys. That's the thing that people don't. Most of this stuff in this space is just an opinion. It's not fact. Nobody's really a financial advisor. It's always prefaced, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes. So in Sorry, it's just an educational guess. Pretty much. Okay. So let's jump in, right? So you got the ICO to exchange coin. Let's just do it live. Perfect example is ICP. ICP is the quintessential example of the brand new coin coming to market, and let's look. So something very important to note, especially if you are a new trader or investor or just new to the markets in general, or even if you're intermediate or experienced, maybe you don't know this or are unfamiliar. It is very important to note that there is varying there are different price actions on the different exchanges, meaning there are different price flows. There is just different action in the price. There's different ups and downs. There's not everything is universal, So if you're on Binance and you're looking at a Coinbase chart, you might get inaccurate readings. You're not going to. It's not necessarily the same. You want to be looking, if you're on Coinbase, you want to be looking at the Coinbase charts. If you're at Binance, you want to be looking at the Binance, so on and so forth. Now, not every exchange has a chart that you can utilize through TradingView, but a lot of the sexes do. Centralized exchange. So ICP, Coinbase, 673, tanked right away. KuCoin. Okay, that is KuCoin. $912 and tanked. Huobi, $1,598, tanked. This is all at the same time. Binance, $3,054. Now this is what registered on TradingView. So let's just hop over for the sake of confluence. It's a very important term if you are entering the space. Confluence is everything. So this is the actual Binance exchange. Now, ICP, I'm sorry, I was a little bit off. $2,831. I'm sorry. So sorry. It's about $3,000. $3,000. But a Coinbase is only not even 700. Now, let me just show you something real quick. ICP all-time high, right? All-time high, $700. Okay? That's what it is listed at. That is what the recorded all-time high is. Now, if you, again, look at these charts, when it dropped, these are very, very different prices. The only place it was 700, it was Coinbase. All the other exchanges. So my point is that there's a lot of funny things that go on behind the scenes that you and I are not privy to, but it's just something to be aware of when you are entering the space or if you are already involved in the space. Just confluence and awareness, education, information, all of these things. Right. So that is the ICO to exchange drop. Now let's look at a couple examples of when coins drop on new exchange. So this is Matic when it was dropped on Coinbase. When I heard about it dropping on Coinbase, I went on Binance and I bought some because I knew there was going to be a pump. I just knew. And yeah, it made about 50% return on that particular trade. Not bad. Because you see here, it was dropped on Coinbase for 30 cents. It had already gotten a prior pump because at this point, people know about the Coinbase effect. When a coin is listed, there's generally a pump. It's kind of been watered down by this point. The one and only video that I have out there, if it's still out there, it was 7 months ago, was about this specific thing when Cardano was being listed onto Coinbase. Anyway, so I hopped on Binance and I bought some and exited, boom, because it jumped up 100%. So, boom, and then went back down. Now, obviously, it went back up eventually, but in the short term, you're not really thinking about the short term. And I'll get into that in another time. Another coin dropping on Coinbase. Now, this is actually my personal introduction to the pump and dump, GRT. Love it. Now, I had made a lot on this, and then I lost it all back because I was a naive, dumb son of a bitch. Now, this is where ignorance comes in. There's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. The two are not synonymous. In fact, I was very, very ignorant about these things before entering the space. When entering and when learning and experiencing these things, I became less and less ignorant because I learned, I adapted, I saw things, I learned about them, and then I taught others about these things. I shared my personal um, mistakes with others so they wouldn't have to go through the same things, which is what I'm trying to do now. Anyway, so remember, ignorance and stupidity are not the same thing. Many people are I'm ignorant about many, many things. Stupid is just stupid, all right? Stupid's just stupid. Ignorance, very different thing. Many people are still very ignorant on crypto because they don't want to know. I could go on and on about that. Anyway, so GRT here dropped for 8 cents, shot up 82. Now this actually lasted like 2 days. This was a very long pump and dump. Pump and dumps can kind of last for any, I don't want to say any length of time, but really it's either a few minutes, a few hours. And this is a pretty exceptional, for 2 days, which is how you can get really screwed, because when you're entering here, you're thinking, oh, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. I'm going to make me some money. Yes. Yes. And yeah, so you get in here and next day, well, what the shit? Well, that's not supposed to happen. Why'd that happen? Why'd my voice get all twangy? I don't know. But it just went there because it dropped like the ball did on this. Right? You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go to Bond here. Barn Bridge. My bad. No, not Barn Bridge. Let's look at Apollo. Drop Coinbase. And we got about a 10,000% bump up and back down. So 0.002 up to 54 cents and back down. No, I'm sorry, this is saying 12,677%. You can get different measurements, different amounts, but say 10,000%. That's a lot. It's a lot, guys. Let's look at another one. Anchor Network. When it dropped on KuCoin, this is a pretty extreme one. This is a big one. Now, this is what I'm talking about, where they could be the prices can be extreme, they could be small, but 110,000% here, right? That is a big fucking pump. There's really no two ways about that. That is a big pump and dump. This is, again, you can go through a bunch of different coins and comb through and see examples of this when coins are listed on a new exchange, especially a bigger one. These things happen, right? Now, let's look at one of my favorite examples of new coin being listed. All right, so the 1 inch, I happened to get in here. I had a little trade open. It was like a 750% ROI. It was like, what? One of those, I'd like to say that I knew, but I didn't. It was just a dumb luck kind of thing, which happens a lot. People say, oh, I knew what I was doing, when in fact they just kind of backed into it. And it is what it is. Anyway, so talking about the different price action, right? This is 1 inch. I found out the next day it was listed on Upbit, which is a Korean exchange. And it's one of how some of these things happen because people don't have access to this coin beforehand, and then all of a sudden they do, and there's a massive increase. So look here, we're at $4, jumped up $7.80. Right, this is Binance. Let's look at KuCoin, $7.80, topped out here. Bitfinex, $8.90. Gemini, $9. Bitfinex USD, $8.80. Coinbase, $9. Kraken, holy shnikes, $14, ladies and gentlemen. $14 topped out at. Bitrex USDT, $15, $14.99. Huobi, 16.7, 16.7. The winner is 16.7. I feel like I'm calling out bingo numbers. Now, this is the winner. This is the topper outer of Bitrex in USD, $18. Now, keep in mind, this is all at the same time. All at the same time. All right? That is a new exchange listing. This is a perfect, the Coinexchange, probably one of the perfect examples of what happens when a coin is listed on a new exchange, a big exchange. But something, when this happened, I have actually personally never seen before. The rest of the market tanked, just absolutely tanked, about 20%, just sunk like a fucking stone while this was happening. Almost as if people were pulling everything out of other things and jumping and pumping it all in there. Maybe, possibly, it's more than likely. So, yeah. Now, let's look at some sideways pump and dump action. And this one. Oh, that's another exchange of 4,000%, 26% up, down. You can see how we're just going along sideways, sideways, sideways. Now this is a big sucker, 80,000%, right? That is a big mamma jamma. So we're trading along here, and then at about we're trading about $5, go up to $5,000. Now that seems absolutely insane to me, but hey, this is crypto. And literally anything is possible. Anything is possible. It is, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. There is endless possibilities and some creepy overlord behind everything, maybe. But no Oompa Loompas. So here, another one, 80%, which seems kind of menial compared to the 80,000%. And there's a few more here. Here we have, this was recent in October. We were trading along at $2 and we jumped up to $17 and back down 600%. Here to 300%, 292%. Again, you can see that the volume spike here, the volume kind of making the candle look different. But if I move that, you can see that it is just a wick. Now, each one of these candles represent a 4-hour period of time, just so you are aware. Now, Synthetics has got some pretty interesting ones. Pretty damn interesting. I can readily admit. Some big boys. So, all right. Let's get in it. Wow, let me scrunch that down. So this is even bigger than the token long one. 120,000%. 120,000% up. Guys, that's a pretty significant pump it up. Pretty significant. Let me get rid of these indicators here. Just kind of, we don't need those. So as you can see here, right, the wick is green, and these are the candles. They seem kind of small because they're squished. Because if I expand them out, the wick is just so big, So we're trading at 8 cents, around 8 cents, and we shoot up here to $128. And yeah, about 120,000% pump and dump there. Yeah. Now we have a few more here right next to it, but they seem kind of like babies compared to it. Here's a 900% one right here. Here is a 300% one. Here is a 200% one. Again, they seem kind of like nothing because 120,000% is a little ridiculous. Here's another pretty significant one. By the way, these are all in 2019, so it's a while ago. When there was no regulation. So here you can see going along, moseying along. All right, boom. we jumped up here for 3,500%. See this wick here? It's important to note. Yeah, that's the wick. And again, so it's a big mamma jamma. Big mamma jamma. 3,000%. No, it's nothing, right? It's nothing crazy. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. I don't care how you want to crack it. That's a lot. $19, and right back down to like 50 cents. So synthetics, there's a lot going on there, right? Pump and dump. So that would be what I call the sideways out of the blue pump and dump, which could be a group of people. It could be a lot of whales. It could be the exchanges themselves. It could be, who knows. There are groups that are dedicated to trying to pump coins. That is a thing, but that's not. I'm not going into that specifically. There are some pretty good videos on that. So let's jump into the dump and pump. There are some pretty good examples. Cardano, we're going to start with. So the dump and pump is the opposite of the pump and dump that we were just talking about. The sideways out of the blue. How we're just going along pretty much the same price and we just popped out of nowhere. The same thing, but in reverse. So, excuse me, we look here at Cardano. We're trading at about 4 cents, right? 4 cents, 4 cents. And we got here, this wick dropped down all the way to 0.0000213, and instantaneously bought back up for 25,000% gains. So it's not, if you're wondering why these things happen, yeah, it's for that 25,000% gains. Now, I think there's more. I feel there's more manipulation in these dump and pumps because it is a highly coordinated attack, or whatever you want to call it. Because for this to happen, right, you have to have the sell orders already in place for it to be bought up that quickly. So that means that you have to know what price it's going to drop to have those sell orders in place. So you have to have all of these numbers crunched out, right? Because just like with liquidations, how when there's liquidations, it's like a cascade effect and just boom, 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 the market drops. And just reverse that. And in this case, you have to buy all these buy orders to pop it back up. One of the best examples is, there's a couple other examples, and we're going to go over the more prominent one with the Bitcoin one, which happened pretty recently. As you can see here, XRP, this is in 2019. This wick, we were trading at 35 cents, and we dropped all the way down to 0.002, and 10,000% back up. So somebody was making out on the front and back end. And what I mean by that is they're probably shorting and they're longing at the same time. So they're making out the short and buy order set, buy back up, making a considerable amount of money. Considerable. Very, very considerable. Anyway, all right. So I mean, there's examples everywhere of these things. They're all over the place. Let's look at the most recent example of Binance, yeah. All right. So we have all of our Bitcoins here, Bitcoin here, Bitcoin here. So, but, there's a difference. Binance US, not regular Binance, Binance US, the bastard child of Binance, because we're not allowed to play on the big exchange. We got our wrists slapped, or they did. I don't know. Fuck them. So you want to see some shady shit? All right, fantastic. Let me show you something. Binance. All the other exchanges at the same time, right? You see this wick here? This wick. It's in purple. The wick is red. The highlight is purple. We drop down to $8,000. Now, it didn't happen on any other exchange. No other exchange. Only this exchange. Only this exchange. Come on, camera. Okay. Only this exchange, right? All right. That is pretty abnormal. But that means that there it was, again, let's pull this up to the big board. BTC, Binance US. That means that there was already buy orders in place, that they had the price set out, they had a target, and instantaneously it was bought back up. Now, to understand how quickly it was bought back up, for when I say like I mean, there's no way that they definitively had buy orders in place. It just fucking is, right? You can go down to the highest time frame. The highest time frame, you go down to the 5 minute, the 1 minute, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're not going to catch this in action. Like you would not have been able, even if you were watching it, been able to catch this. Like put a buy order and sell order in that fast. Literally not possible. Not possible. That means that the people in charge or people in power, whatever, that had manipulative ability to do this, did that. So what does that mean for us? Well, we don't have that kind of authority. We don't have that power. So some people are doing some shady shit behind the scenes. Now, if you want to, I'll show you real quick what I mean by the higher time frames, right? These are 2 minute candles. Let's go to 1 minute candle. And we're going to speed it up a little bit more. Whoa, look at that. That was some fast. That was fast. Let's watch that again. Whoa. Whoa. See how fast that happened, right? See how fast that happened. One more time? One more time. All right. All right. One more time. Again, these are 1 minute candles. 1 minute candles, guys. All right. Oh, big dippy doo. So like I said, this is on the 1 minute candle, and that is a huge wick. So that is seconds. That is so fast that unless you knew beforehand, it was literally not possible to catch that predator. So as you can see, these things happen. The pump and dump, the dump and pump, they happen all the time. They happen all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason for it to occur. It's just something that happens. You kind of get, once you have your finger on the pulse, you kind of get a feel for these things, when they're going to happen, when the pullbacks are going to happen, when dips, when this is happening. It just comes with the TA aspect of it, which I can get into in another video, or you can join the Discord and we can talk. A lot of these things, I've seen so many of them. I've seen so much of this crap that it's just normal. And what's normal to me is not normal to someone that would just be entering the space. It's like they would see these things and be possibly deterred, would be, scared, would be any number of things, and rightfully so. I mean, it's very overwhelming when you're coming into this and you want to learn every single thing, but there's just so much to learn, there's so much to do, there's so much to know. And just like anything, it takes time. It takes time. You have to put the time in. You have to absorb it. You can't just, there's no shortcut here. And just like anything in life, I mean, there are people that are out there, such as myself and some others, just a handful, that can help you, fast forward your knowledge and your awareness, and help you avoid a lot of the mistakes that we have made along our journey in this space. And there are a lot of people that can attest to that. But my point is, you need to find your shepherd, I guess. Everybody needs to find their whether it's a community, whether it's a Discord group, this or that. I mean, there any number of things. I just think it's important to find a place that you have people that you can trust and believe in and communicate with and rely on. That's what my Discord is. And it's hard to say that, and how do you know that that's true? I'm the guy that literally says, like, don't take everybody at their word. So how can you take me at my word? Well, it's a good question. I mean, you can't, I guess. You have to kind of get to know me to really, really understand all that. Or you ask some of the people that have known me for a long time. There's that. But a lot of the people that are in this space really don't give a shit about you. They just want to get paid. They just want to do this. You got people coming out of the woodwork acting like they know what they're talking about, and they haven't a fucking clue. It is shocking to me. And I'm not going to call anyone out. I'm not here to, point fingers or anything. Let people do what they're going to do. Live in America. It is what it is, right? But I will advocate for you to educate yourself and inform yourself, and it doesn't have to be from me specifically. You can just do your own research, do your homework. There are, there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of good websites. There's a lot of stuff. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be pumping out a lot. I just been in a writer's block, so to speak. So if there's any particular topic that you want to know about, or that you don't quite understand, and I can help shed light on that, drop a comment, stop by the Discord, ask. Generally available most times. So, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Peace.